Hello and welcome to Proceeding Onward in America.
POA. We want to say thank you for everybody that showed up for our live chat.
Yes.
And this is a quick little thank you. We want to do a quick shout out. These are the people that we saw that made comments in the live chat. If there was other people like my mom and all that showed up later but didn't really watch or didn't really make comments, thank you for watching as well. But we want to say thank you to Meant to Be Rving.
Thank you.
The Haley family.
Thank you, Haley family.
Yeah, I know that they were like, oh, we don't know if we're going to make it all the way. And then they had calls, this or that, and then work. Understandable. So thank you for staying as long as you could. Dreaming Out Loud RVing.
Sorry, I've been messing up your name the whole time.
It's okay. It is funny how you did notice that Fabian kept saying he for baby. I think that's just a natural guy thing. We're not pregnant. It's just a natural guy thing to always want a boy child. And
No, I just call everything he.
okay. But anyways, good job at picking that up. But no. We'll let you know when that time comes. Also, thank you to the Roads We Roam. They were a big help with setting all of this up. And thank you, Carrie, for answering all my text messages as we were troubleshooting. And for showing up for our live stream.
We'll be watching you tonight.
Well, yeah, it is Friday. So they do lives Friday and Sunday. We're not sure when this video will come out, but thank you. Also, Only Adventure, thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
Roy and Becky's Travels, thank you for showing up as well. An Extraordinary Journey.
Thank you.
I know some of you guys came in kind of late when we were ending it. We had some difficulties.
Yes, we had it's something new that we never used before, and I know I did it the first time, so I know a few of you saw that little testing thing that I deleted, but I don't know how that thing worked, and then all of a sudden I tried to do it this time and it didn't work, but I ended up figuring out why it didn't work. So that's all good and dandy. That worked. And I'm sorry we came in late, but we made it happen.
Yeah, so we appreciate it.
So next time we know what to do.
Yes, and we do have a full footage from the beginning of the interview, which I'm going to attach to the end of this video. So if you would like to watch it, feel free to stay on, watch the whole entire clip of us being interviewed. If not, we do have that short clip, link right there, that you can click onto to see what our live was. And if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe right there. Leave a comment down below and anything you want to talk about. Yeah, like the video.
All right, until next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And Ty, who we got?
All right, this was a fun little segment here for a coffee talk. We want to say good morning to Becky McCormick and Fabian Archibald. They're with Proceeding Onward in America, and this is pretty cool. I'm going to let them tell them about their adventures and what they do. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Okay, so tell us about Proceeding Onward in America. It's quite adventurous and really fun.
Well, we are living out of a small 19-foot RV that we purchased almost 2 years ago. And we just decided to live on the road and travel across America because we didn't know where we wanted to buy a house at. And we figured this would be better off than sticks and bricks, as they say it in the RV world.
Pretty cool. I've seen this, other concepts of this, but of course, I think, Becky, you've actually lived in Princeton for years on and off, and have always kind of had an adventurous spirit. I know you have a military background and have been on boats for many years, so this kind of suits your lifestyle, I guess, somewhat, doesn't it?
It does. So actually, we're both merchant mariners.
Okay, yes.
And we both met on a cruise ship.
Wow.
And then we've been dating a little bit over 2 years. We're now married. We just got married back in November. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we didn't know where we wanted to live, and we like to work on ships, and of course I have Navy stuff. So we're like, hey, we can just take the trailer wherever we want to go. If I want to get Navy orders somewhere, we'll go there. And we'll just do what we have to do.
So you're still getting those naval orders, I guess, and
Yes.
so you might have to jump on a boat somewhere. So you just kind of, you foresee that coming. You got your RV, you're living, and you're flexible. You're ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
So the concept of proceeding onward in America, tell us about how you took the concept of living in that RV and forming into this, and tell folks how they can kind of track what you're doing.
Well, being that we met on the Pride of America back in Hawaii, I kind of like stole the POA initials and decided to just make it our thing, being that's where we met. So we met on POA, so I decided to just make it POA, and we just came up with Proceeding Onward
In America.
Excellent.
And
What is probably the hardest thing about living in an RV?
the hardest thing I would probably say is, I don't know, not knowing where to park for the night.
Yeah, we have to use a lot of apps that tells us where we're allowed to stay. And if you don't have campgrounds lined up or anything, you're traveling down the road or weather happens and you don't know where you're allowed to stay. Because with a truck, which we actually bought from Trice Hughes, and the trailer, it's like 25 feet. And you have to go certain places because you have height clearances. You know how the trucks and all that get stuck underneath that bridge downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we also had to watch our clearance because we're over 10 feet. And so you can't just go down any normal roads. You can't just park anywhere. You just got to go where you're able to go. And so not knowing spots. So if you don't plan ahead, you can kind of lose track of where you're going to be for the night. I think the hardest part is...
I really figured he would say where to put your shoes. I'll be honest.
Actually...
as the guy, I really figured he would say, I have no place for her shoes.
Well, I built a shoe rack. I built one.
Originally, I bet that was a problem. That was a shoe rack, right?
Well, first, that shoe rack, I just wanted it to hold up the bed because the bed that came with the RV was a RV queen, and we brought a real RV. I mean, a real queen size bed. So our queen size bed was hanging over by about like 10 inches. So
But bonus, it holds her shoes.
Yes. And I only got 2 pairs of shoes in there, and she got the rest of them.
Now, what I'm hearing is she got a bigger mattress and a place to put her shoes. That's
winning.
That was on purpose, my man.
Yes, it is winning.
She got everything she wanted, I guess, out of this.
Yeah. Oh, and I also have a full bath. There's no wet bath in this thing.
Oh,
A full
that's
bath.
Wow. So did you take an existing stock type RV and convert it to your own needs, or does it pretty much come equipped with whatever you need?
Well, it comes equipped with everything we need. There's different floor plans for it, and the floor plan she wanted the most was one that gave her a full bath because she wanted to be able to take a shower and stretch out and everything. So in a 19-foot RV, it's kind of hard to find that because they try to shorten the bath so you can get more living space. So we sacrificed the living space to get the bath.
Sweetheart, those are not bathtubs. Those are feeding tanks for cattle.
Like a trough.
Those are like water troughs for cattle. Those are not bathtubs. I know what she wanted.
Exactly.
And if you want to make Mama happy, give her a bathroom that she can spend 5 minutes in.
I gave her the bathroom so she could spend her
That's
10 minutes in.
right.
Good man. So do we have any pets?
We
in
do.
our-
We have a
Oh,
dog.
Yeah.
There's a big 75-pound dog named Jag that travels with us, and he enjoys.
What kind of dog?
He's an American Bulldog. He
Oh,
has
my
like
goodness.
Pit Bull, Dalmatian, and all that mix.
Oh.
You know Petey and all that?
Yeah.
He looks like Petey.
Oh, we're big Little Rascal fans around here.
Oh, yes, we are.
One black ear, one white ear.
Oh, that is awesome. So, are you are you home for the holidays in this
Yes.
area?
Yes.
I guess. Okay.
We when we're home for the holidays, we stay in her mother's backyard.
Okay.
So we go and we
Thanks,
park
Mom.
it back there, and then we just chill out for the holidays and everything. And then being that we are still merchant mariners, sometimes we still take merchant mariner jobs. And that's pretty much what's going to be coming up next, is that either me or both of us are going to be working on some ships for a couple of months. So it's just going to stay there for a while, and then after we get back, we'll pretty much be headed out to the west side. And that's pretty much the plan right now.
Yeah, our camper isn't winterized very well, so when it snows and a lot of the country is snowed in, we just go get jobs somewhere and then we come back and so forth.
Wow. So with proceeding onward in America, are folks able to kind of track you, or is that what the point of that is? Do you have a website, or what is that? I know the search, and you're kind of trying to maybe set up some sort of following, I guess.
Well, we mostly decided to do it on YouTube, and the reason we did that was so that we can spread the word out there that everybody doesn't have to be trapped in sticks and bricks and keep working a 9-to-5 job, and just enjoy life and, you know, have this freedom out there. This country is bigger than you think, and this world is even larger than you think. So it's, you know, instead of sitting at home all day, I just rather people go out there and travel more. And I figured this would actually been a great opportunity. And there's a lot of people out there in the RV industry that's doing this.
Right.
And there's a lot of work camping jobs that people can get where you can work at some sites from gate guards to campgrounds and everything. And you can still work, make some money, and then travel to the next state and enjoy it.
Well, and unplugging and living unplugged is kind of a big movement in the last decade that seems to have, you know, a lot of them, they say with a lot of trends, you know, about every decade they kind of go in and out. But I don't see this one going anywhere. It seems like the far as, you know, cutting the cord and getting out and living off the land in some cases, and, you know, living off grid, I guess is what I should say. That's becoming more and more popular, and a lot of people are getting a taste of it and doing kind of like what you guys are doing and saying, you know what, hey, I'm done with that. Is that the end goal, is to find a 1 acre, 10 acre, 100 acres somewhere and say, you know what, I don't want to get back on the grid, I don't want to get in a rat race, however, I'd like a permanent roof and a permanent shoe rack. I mean, is that in the works?
It's kind of yes and kind of no, because we still like the traveling. But being that we're just newly married, we are planning on having kids in the future, and that's what we're trying to think about what's next. Is because we got the idea that we want to homeschool our child and still travel and have him explore this beautiful country, and because he can learn better by traveling to these little places like Mount Rushmore and visiting these places, instead of just learning it out of the books.
An experience.
Yeah, he can get more of a better experience out of it. So that's kind of like one of our goals. So we want to still travel. The only thing we want to change up is probably the size of our RV, and probably go bigger. But if we go bigger, then we really got a lot of lower bridge to worry about. But it's a even trade one for the other.
You gotta build yourself a tiny house, man.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, I guarantee she's said it before. You've got to. They got all the little nooks and crannies, and you can. And you never watch that television. She never made you watch that television.
So we originally thought about that. We originally thought about tiny houses, but then we didn't know where we wanted to live. So we're like, well, let's travel first.
Because we were just gonna buy land and put a couple of tiny houses on it and make it one big old thing. But then I figured the traveling would actually be better. It's still kind of like in the plan that we want to buy a land and probably put things there, put trailers there. But I'm thinking if we do that, it's pretty much just going to be a permanent location for us to always come back to. But we're going to share it with everybody else in the RV industry.
Build that tiny house. I want an invitation, by the way.
Okay.
Of course, Becky, you've got these local ties, but to give a shout out to Mom and tell us about your local ties here in Princeton.
Oh yeah, my mom, grandma, and Jag are here in Princeton. My mom's boyfriend Matt is also here as well, and hi to everybody from Caldwell County High School, elementary school, middle school that I used to substitute teach for, and all the teachers and all that. Miss you all. And I heard some of the great sports announcements this morning. Jaggers and all that. Oh boy.
She did amazing. 6 3-pointers yesterday. She has been tearing, I can't say enough about that kid. JC has been tearing it up.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
One game after another. The other day, she just couldn't be stopped.
Yep.
It's the brick wall that just keeps on coming.
I know, and I know them since like middle school, so it's like, oh my gosh.
So folks can follow you on YouTube. Give that site so they can follow you if they are interested in seeing about your adventures.
Yes. They can follow us on the YouTube channel and Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well.
Yeah, it's Proceeding Onward in America. And if you don't feel like typing it all in, just put POA Vlog, VLOG.
Well,
Awesome.
That sounds fantastic. Congratulations.
That is so cool.
And
Thank you.
carry on, I guess. Onward and upward.
Onward, upward, proceeding onward in America. That's Becky McCormick and Fabian Archibald. So glad you're here. Safe travels, and whether you're on a boat or in your RV. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
So much.
All right.
It's Coffee Talk in 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are clear.
Yay!
Thank you all, and
Thank
safe
you.
adventures. I mean, that sounds fun. I mean, I remember when you all, and what's cool about your merchant marine aspect, that allows you to have that, you know,
Flexibility.
kind of flexibility to do your thing. So that's cool.
And we can
Husband
choose our
was
jobs.
stationed in Hawaii for
defends the killing of a top Iranian general.
Yeah, that's actually where we met in the cruise ship out there in Hawaii. That's
My
where.
husband's a retired Marine. He was in the Marine Corps for 22, right at 22.
Do y'all still get assignments together, or usually split?
We kind of right now we've been split for the last couple of assignments. I did one in Louisiana. She did a few overseas, and I got two of them actually coming up right now that I'm interested in. One is probably going to be back in Louisiana, and the other one is probably going to be up here.
On the rivers.
On the rivers, just
Yeah.
intercoastal, inside the waterways. Awesome.
And then
Oh, sorry about that.
And then she's
Hey, I know you got to get to practice. Thank you.
And then she's got one that's coming up for one that's going to be around Boston side.
Possibly, yeah. One in Boston, Mass, and or up on Washington State.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well,
So we got a few of those coming up, and that's pretty much the plan is just to do that, get some.
Manual. So,
Sorry.
no, that's fine. Well, that's awesome. We're so glad you're here. And when Heather and I talked the other day, we had somebody else scheduled, so we could have gone a little longer. We tried to get 3 in though. We only had 2, so I hope we gave you enough.
Oh,
to
perfect.
make it
No,
worth
we're
your-
just happy
make
this
it worth your
happened,
time.
We
period.
wasn't sure how long it was going to be.
Yeah,
so we was
usually we try to get it 10, 15 minutes. You know, we try to just quarter the hour up.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we had to do. But wanted to get you out there. And
We're excited.
when Heather mentioned you, I said, I think I know who that is.
One thing she's like, you better mention about Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, and I'm
I was
sorry we didn't get
I'm
to
like,
that.
I'm like, it's okay.
I know.
Heather's like, about that check. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about that check.
I remember
online.
you were on Wheel of Fortune,
I
weren't
was
you?
on Wheel of Fortune, yeah.
And did you win some? Did pretty good?
I won $7,650.
Okay. Did you make it to the final thing, or did you just do well?
No,
Or
I
the-
just solved 2 puzzles, got 3 bankrupts.
Okay. That dang Will.
And
Right?
I get to meet Pat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
Yeah.
shake his hand, so
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's cool.
And right now, Pat, being that Pat's going through what he's going through,
Yeah,
I wish
I
him
know.
well as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
I haven't seen Wheel of Fortune in a while, but I saw when a couple episodes with Vanna White.
Yeah, she did okay. She's not Pat.
She did great, but it's just that everybody is so used to Pat that it just seems weird without Pat. And I think no matter who it would have been there, it just would have been a different.
It's kind of like Price is Right with Drew Carey. It's kind
Yeah,
of the same
and
way.
that was hard to get used to for a while.
Oh,
But after
yeah.
he'd been there for so long, you kind of got used to Drew Carey now.
Yeah. I don't want to,
Oh, you're
if we're
good.
going live
Thank
or
you.
whatever. So.
Oh, yeah, don't want us to go back live. That'd be funny.
Well, okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Ty.
Yeah, thank you all. It's great to see you again. I know our paths crossed almost 10 years ago or better, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So I knew you had kind of been away from here some and back and forth. And I forgot your mother goes to Ogden, doesn't she?
Yes.
What's her sense?
Lori Manser.
Lori Manser. I couldn't remember the last name. That's right.
Yep.
Good deal.
She still goes. Grandma still goes. We go once in a blue
My
moon.
brother goes there, so yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that she went there. So awesome.
Well, thank you. Thank you so
I'm
much.
so glad you came in.